Some news stories for you. Firstly, U.S. Embassy shocked the affairs in Ethiopia has visited Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Tracy Ann Jacobson has met Abune Matthias, head of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopia Sudan border, which has been a place of clashes between Sudanese and Ethiopian forces since the start of Tigray conflict in November 2020. We have a new story from the border where once again clashes between Sudanese and Ethiopian forces have been reported along Al Fashaga. Thirdly, we have a new story from the Oromia region of Ethiopia. A camp of Oromo Liberation Army has come under the control of government forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force. Oromia Regional Force members have seized this camp. Did OLA withdraw from this camp? And lastly, we have two video clips for you of a US senator. Her name is Kim Jackson. She is from Georgia. A few days ago, she said that she condemned genocidal war against Tigray. That Tigray was suffering starvation, weaponized starvation. But a few hours ago, she apologized to Ethiopians for her earlier comments. What happened? Firstly, viewers, Tracy Ann Jacobson is US Embassy's shocked affairs in Ethiopia. Yesterday, we shared her pictures with Maiza Shenafi, Ethiopian Supreme Court President. And today she went to meet Abune Matthias, head of Ethiopian Orthodox Church. You can see Tracy and Jacobson's picture with Abune Matthias. US shocked affairs in Ethiopia seems to be very active. Almost on daily basis, we are seeing that she is visiting different places. She's meeting all stakeholders in Ethiopia. Secondly, viewers, Ethiopia Sudan border where renewed clashes are being reported between Sudanese and Ethiopian government forces. We know that when Tigray conflict started in November 2020, after that Sudanese forces took advantage of the situation. Fashaga, which has long been under the control of Ethiopian government forces, was retaken by Sudanese forces after Tigray conflict started. Why? Because Ethiopian government forces, Amhara regional forces, they were preoccupied in Tigray and Sudanese forces took back Fashaga. Sudan says that Al-Fashaga is part of Sudan, though Sudanese army has retaken its territory. Some places are still under the control of Ethiopian government forces, which are gradually coming under Sudanese control. With the past 2 days, clashes erupted there near Al-Fashaga, and reportedly Mount Tesfaye Ado has been retaken by Sudanese forces. This mountain is a strategic place close to Al-Fashaga. So while we are seeing clashes between Tigray fighters and Ethiopian government forces on Sudan-Ethiopia border, clashes between Ethiopian government forces and Sudanese forces are also underway in some places. It means that Ethiopian government forces are under pressure from two sides. Tigray fighters are trying to carry out attacks from Sudan side of the border, and Sudanese military is also trying to take control of as much area as it can from Ethiopian government forces. Thirdly, viewers, the first evidence of some gains by Ethiopian government forces in the ongoing military operation against Oromo Liberation Army. The operation started more than a week ago. Oromia government first said that it would wrap up the operation in 30 days. Now it says that it did not give any time frame. First pictures of again by government forces. The pictures you can see on your screen are from Guji. Guji zone is in southern Oromia. Here, a camp of Oromo Liberation Army has come under the control of Ethiopian government forces. ENDF members can be clearly seen. Some Oromia regional security forces members were also there. Name of this camp is Ganda Malka Gubati, and this camp is in Eldalo district of Guji zone. At least two vehicles have also been captured by Ethiopian government forces. Now, question is, did OLA withdraw from this camp, or Ethiopian government forces stormed the camp and they took control of the camp? We have not seen any POWs shown by government forces so far. Government-backed news sources have not shown any POWs, any OLA members taken prisoner at this camp. It means that OLA fighters, they managed to withdraw, they managed to retreat before government forces took control of the camp. It seems, because government forces have not shared a single picture of any prisoner of war, any OLA fighter. No weapons have been shown of OLA fighters. Just two vehicles are being shown that these are vehicles of OLA fighters. Are these vehicles in working condition? We don't know. But this camp has come under the control of government forces. The camp remained under the control of OLA for more than 3 years, reportedly. It is said that it is a major camp of OLA in this district El Dalo in Guji zone of southern Oromia. Lastly, we have two video clips for you. The video clips show a US senator. Her name is Kim Jackson. A few days ago, she appeared in a video and she spoke against so-called genocidal war against Tigray. She condemned the war and she had said that Tigrayans were facing weaponized starvation. She is from Georgia, a senator. But suddenly, a few hours ago, she was once again seen addressing Ethiopian community. She apologized for her earlier comments. So she is withdrawing from her earlier statement. Why? What we have heard is that in May, midterm elections are due to be held in Georgia, and she does not want to lose the support of Ethiopian diaspora community in her constituency. So maybe that could be one of the reasons, though she is saying that she was misled, that she was misinformed, and now she's correcting herself. But some say that she is due to contest election midterm in May. That is why she wants to secure the vote of Ethiopian diaspora community. After the first statement, she realized that she had offended her Ethiopian diaspora voter community. We are seeing a pressure campaign against Brad Sherman as well, that Ethiopian diaspora members, Harmila Regavi, others, they have protested in front of the office of Brad Sherman in California, I think. And there, Arika Rhodes, who is contesting election against Brad Sherman, was seen in the protest against Brad Sherman, and she delivered a speech as well, I think, in front of the office of Brad Sherman. And she said that Brad Sherman was not available to Ethiopian community that wanted to meet him. So it seems that that Ethiopian issue, Tigray issue, it has become politicized in the US. US lawmakers are not taking a principled stand. Rather, they more care about their constituencies. And that is how they are taking positions pro-Ethiopian government or pro-TPLF. So their stance is not a principled stance, it seems. Their stance is influenced by constituency-based politics. Very disappointing for me, I think, because US is seen as a democracy. These lawmakers, these parliamentarians are seen as champions of human rights across the world. But when it comes to their own constituencies, you see that they changed their positions. Watch 3 clips. First clip shows Kim Jackson's earlier statement when she condemned starvation, weaponized starvation of Tigrayans. Then her second statement in which she is apologizing. And lastly, pressure campaign against Brad Sherman, Ethiopian diaspora community can be seen in front of the office of Brad Sherman, chanted slogans against him. Maybe that is why Kim Jackson changed her mind. Watch the 3 video clips. Thanks for watching.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for being present for today's press conference on SR 800, addressing the humanitarian crisis that is occurring in Tigray, Ethiopia. We will start with an introduction from Senator Jackson, and we are glad to be accompanied by other elected officials in solidarity today, in addition to the Atlanta Jewish community. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. I want to begin first by thanking Fana and Hassan, who are GLBC interns, who brought this issue to me and asked if I would help them to highlight the importance of this issue. And so to Fana and Hassan, our great young people who are of Ethiopian descent, who've really said, we have to say something about this in these halls, in these places. I want to thank you all for bringing this to us. And then I also, before I begin my official remarks, want to thank the people, all of the people here who have come out in honor of their family in order to highlight this issue. Friends, we have gathered here today to recognize the millions of people who are suffering in silence, the families, the friends, and loved ones, many of whom are my constituents. I'm grateful to be joined by fellow legislators, by constituents, by members of the Tigray community of Atlanta, which is based in my home district, District 41. And the many, many Georgia residents who were here in solidarity. This session, I sponsored Senate Resolution 800 calling for the unfettered humanitarian access to the millions of people of Tigray region of Ethiopia. The people of Tigray have been denied food. They have been denied water. They suffer in darkness. They have been cut off from the world. For some context, Tigray is a state located in the northern part of Ethiopia, which represents nearly 7 million people. As far as we know, there are currently 2 million people displaced within the country and over 60,000 Tigrayan refugees in Sudan.
I'm sorry for the hurt, for the pain that my resolution caused your community. I will take full responsibility for that. There are other senators whose names are on that resolution, but I stand here to take full 100% responsibility. And I'm sorry. Certainly, you all all began by saying we know that this was unintentional, but at the end of the day, people were hurt. And so I stand here with great contriteness.
No more Brad Sherman! 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 Brad Sherman, stop